¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here. We have a little secret roster update today. I don't know why 2K didn't announce it, but they actually updated a couple players to brand new teams. Now that the trade deadline has ended, a couple teams are signing players off the free agency, and there's some pretty big changes. I've already covered the Russell Westbrook one, but I'll cover all the ones in today's video. If you like that kind of content when it comes to player ratings, changes, and all that kind of stuff, please join the pack and subscribe. Let's get in, man. So let's just cover Russell Westbrook's one out the way immediately. For those who didn't know or haven't watched the other video, 80 overall Russell Westbrook, the 4th best player on the Clippers now. Russell Westbrook at one point this season was an 82 overall, so he does have the potential to be the 3rd best player on this team. I don't know if it's going to work. I kind of hope it does because, you know, I'm rooting for Russ. If you watch the channel, I thought he'd been treated unfairly for a while. I do think that at the end of the day, you can talk about all the bad things he's bad at, right? But he is a good playmaker, and a team full of shooters, I do think it should work out for Russell Westbrook. And he has some chemistry with Paul George. We'll have to wait and see if it's true. I am rooting for Russell Westbrook. They also add Nate Darling onto the team. On top of that, he does have his face scan. So he's only 69 overall, so he's not really that good just yet. But they've added him onto the team to see if he's going to help. For the Miami Heat, they add a couple players. The first notable one is Kevin Love, 76 overall power forward from Cleveland. So here's the thing. Kevin Love, at one point in this year, he was an 80 overall. So Kevin Love, we know him to be a pretty damn good NBA player. I mean, just a couple years ago, he won an NBA championship with LeBron in Cleveland as the 3rd option. So we know how good he can be. But Kevin Love is definitely past his prime. I believe he's 35 now at this point. But this year, he was an 80 overall when playing well. So he does have the potential to be a lot better, and I think that the Heat are hoping for that. If you look at the roster from a distance, he would be the best power forward on the team, even past Caleb Barton. Now, whether or not they're going to play him at power forward or even start him is a question mark, but he was the missing position on this team for a little bit. And this is a team that's kind of struggling a little bit to make it to the top of the standings because they have so many good teams like the Sixers, like the Celtics, and the Bucks that are kind of locks to be the best teams. The other teams, like the Nets, like the Knicks, and the Heat, they're really struggling to see if they're going to be one of like the top 5 or 6 teams. The Heat have good players like Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero's still a pretty decent scorer, but Kyle Lowry's been struggling, Struss has been struggling. They add Kevin Love to hope and pray that he's even remotely as good as he was in Cleveland to help this team win an NBA championship. They think he might be the missing piece. They also add Cody Zeller. Now, Cody Zeller has been all over the NBA, from Charlotte to Portland. His prime was an 11 point per game, 7 rebound season. But he's never really played a full 30 minutes, and I don't think he would do that with the Heat either. He would be the backup center to Bam Adebayo. So they definitely have filled the holes of this roster. Like, that's not a debate, especially because Yurtsevic's been injured. I forgot he's been injured. He was having such a good year, so it sucks. But so there's been some injuries on this team that kind of gets in the way of their success. But this signings have filled those holes and made them a much better team based off of that. And they are going to get minutes for sure. Speaking of teams struggling in the East, the Chicago Bulls, man, they were supposed to be a lot better this year, but to be fair to them, it is really hard to see how good you're going to be when your point guard has not played. He has been hurt all year. Lonzo Ball has been officially shut down for the year with a freak mystery injury. He doesn't even know what's wrong with it. It's still in pain. I'm going to tell you, bro, I feel it when it comes to knee pain. You don't know what's going on. I feel for him. I really hope Lonzo Ball can come back because he's one of the most popular players in the NBA. To not see him play and missing out on his prime, it does suck to see. They add Patrick Beverley onto the roster. You have Ayo basically struggling. The Bulls needed to do something. Patrick Beverley is a known defender, and even though I think he's been shaky on that front as well, we do know that Patrick Beverley can hit an open 3-point shot and play good defense, and the Bulls are praying and hoping to God that this is going to fix this season. It's a shame because Vooch actually has been having a pretty good year. Levine has been so weird. DeMar has been inconsistent. It like kind of hurts my soul because even Drummond's been like playing decent lately. It sucks for them. It sucks for them because I think they want to be in a lot better place, and I think they would have been if Lonzo was healthy because I think they would have been a lock to make the playoffs with a healthy roster. But because they haven't been healthy, this Bulls project has not been working out. It's a damn shame. They're hoping that the Hail Mary signing of Patrick Beverley is going to save it. You know, I guess, I mean, the defense has been pretty bad this year, so I guess adding a defender is a good idea, and he can shoot. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is enough to fix your issue of the season, but it's a Hail Mary signing, and they really, really hope that Patrick Beverley is the next fix for this team. The Milwaukee Bucks signed racist ass Myers Leonard. He was banned from the NBA for a little bit, and he is back with the Milwaukee Bucks. I guess they thought it's been long enough, and they wanted to give him another chance. He's a 71 overall. When he was playing, and when he was playing well, he was I think he was like a 77 on Portland for a little bit. So we know that when playing well, he can be pretty damn good. It's kind of a whatever signing because I still feel like they're good on that front. I mean, unless I'm wrong, because they also signed Crowder. So I honestly feel like the signing is kind of like a whatever signing. It's just like a backup to hope that if you ever need him, he's there. And, or maybe it's a fingers crossed. He actually got a lot better ever since he's left the NBA. He's actually really good now. Whatever, it's a Hail Mary signing. Again, it's kind of like, let's just see if we got a special edition or not. If he's good, that's a good thing. Last couple changes is now D'Angelo Russell's position has changed from shooting guard to point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. He's still considered the third best player on the team. We're going to have to wait after a couple weeks to see how good he is, but this is go time for the Lakers, man. This is it. LeBron James needs to make the playoffs, and if he makes the playoffs, I honestly have them as a good chance of winning a championship. But man, this team has been riddled with injuries. I mean, Anthony Davis has been gone for most of the year, and if it wasn't Anthony Davis, it was LeBron. So you get rid of Russell Westbrook, who is your scapegoat all year, thinking that he was the issue, when the reality was that they couldn't stay healthy. You had D'Angelo Russell, who some people are clowning and saying that he was overrated. He's had a very good year all year. So I don't know where people were getting that idea. Vanderbilt's a great rebounder, which is an amazing signing. Like, these are good picks. I mean, Rui Hachimura's looked good. You know, everyone's healthy now. It should come together for the Lakers. They even got Austin Reeves back and Lonnie Walker back healthy. So now it's just a question of, can everyone stay healthy? And can they learn how to play together in these next 23 games to make the playoffs? It's going to be one of the hardest challenges in LeBron's career, but they have the roster. On paper, the roster is supposed to be able to do it. So let's wait and see. This is probably the most interesting team to watch right now because I have no clue what's going to happen to them. We're going to find out soon. And finally, our dunk contest champion, Mac McClung, 67 overall, has been added to the Philadelphia 76ers. And most importantly, he was given his first ever badge. He was given a limitless takeoff on gold, which, to be fair, I don't think that's necessarily the dunk badge you should have gotten, but I don't know if it's posterized or either. I don't know what it should have been. I guess limitless takeoff makes more sense. But dude, his dunks were the only good part about that whole weekend. That All-Star weekend was buns, but Mac McClung was saving it. Dude has a vertical. He's only 6'2", hella athletic. I cannot wait to use him in 2K. But okay, those are all the major changes. Let me know about all these changes. Which ones do you think are essential or not? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time.